we're still with the new cast, so we're gonna go and go around the table, introduce our characters, um, until everyone knows who everyone else is, and we don't have any character slips of other characters.
Me.
Couldn't be me. First up, we have Janky.
Janky is the name. Hacking is the game. For the usual, for this game, I am a hacker. However, this time, I've taken some weapons and such. Right now, I'm getting to know my new crew and playing a new style where I just hack whatever I see. So, we'll see how people like that.
I like it. No more sad boy hardwire. Next up, we have Tiny.
Hello, I'm Tiny. I'm the drone rigger, and your certified quiet boy in the corner. That's about it.
Next up, we got Zayn.
Oh, that would be me. I am Zayn. I am a human full magician, specializing in summoning spirits. But, I can still sling the spell every now and then.
That's what I like to hear. And then next, and for this time least, Boxcar.
Hey, I'm Boxcar, the satyr aspected magician, using the they them pronouns, and where Zan can do a little bit of everything. I can't summon spirits, and enchanting is dumb, because why would I learn anything that's not just casting spells?
That
Also, I'm very poor, and that's a problem.
See, I have that issue, but in real life. Last episode, you guys were able to dig around a little bit. Quite a bit of the episode was a bit of a flashback for most of you, as we were seeing what was going on the other side of the whole situation, as we were following Janky through their investigation. As you are finally starting to catch up with everyone, you guys begin to set up the plan and figure out what your next steps are. As you guys begin to talk with, now that you guys know Ray, you guys have began to discuss that the Steve that you were looking for is in fact a person but you guys were able to come up with one of 3 different options to get into this warehouse. Either A, hooking up Tiny's rig to the trailer and just taking the whole shipment that way. B, getting in via some passes from your good friend Ray, the head of security. Or C, which is always a possibility, is guns blazing, kicking open doors, finding out. You guys were going between back and forth on A and B. You guys know the who, what, when, where, and why of the shipping. So you have all the information thanks to some alcohol purchases from Reno to Ray. But you guys went back to either your separate homes or different sleeping vehicles and prepared for the following day. Boxcar, you took a very long and restful sleep, but you are no longer suffering from any of that stun damage. Everyone else, you guys were able to sort of relax in different environments and get the full rest that you guys need. And that is where we're going to be picking up. It is the following morning, bright and early, rough about 9 a.m. Where are you guys wanting to meet?
I go with the group because I'm in the car.
Yep. I was gonna say I'm kind of at the whim of Tiny, I guess.
I guess if that is true, you guys are inside of Tiny's little fortress on wheels, if you will. Zayn. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think the only people who weren't were Reno and Zayn.
Yep, and Reno was at home, or decided to go home. And Zayn, you took your super awesome van that may or may not have the word candy written on the side, and decided to go somewhere safer with your little bit of creepy van.
Yeah. So I'm off site, so I'll go ahead, flip up on the comm link, go to our group chat, just ask if anyone wants some food. I'll buy some food for everyone. Then I assume we're gonna meet back up at the last match.
Yep. You get a thumbs up from Boxcar.
Oh yeah. I will also text you back saying anything with meat and protein.
That's hard to come by. Okay.
You know what I mean.
You guys do not get a response back from Reno.
What a flake.
He had a late night, I think. So don't blame him.
Does anybody know him outside of this group before us?
I've got his business card. No.
What about Butler Boy? Did you know him?
No, I didn't really know any of you. Thought that's how this thing was supposed to work.
Yeah, not always. Sometimes they know each other, or we know each other. How worried should I be? Like, should we track him down, or just let him be?
I mean, I don't know. I think we could just kind of like let him do his thing.
I mean, he is getting paid for this job, so it is concerning. He's supposed to be here.
I prefer my colleagues to be prompt.
Yeah, maybe.
Could be
maybe
working an
try
angle.
calling him. You know, that's also something you should tell the group. It's kind of fucked up. Don't tell us.
No,
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. I'll call his contact.
Okay. It rings twice before it's picked up.
Hello? Hello?
Do you know this guy?
I'm assuming this voice does not sound.
It is
Like,
not. It is not Reno.
It depends who we're talking about. I'm gonna instantly look. Am I within eyesight? Did we kind of meet up in the somewhere? Am I looking at my other teammates?
I mean, everyone besides Zayn, because those two stayed with you inside of your fortress while Zayn drove off somewhere else to rest. Okay. So you have eyesight of 3 of your 4 teammates, or 2.
Okay, I'm gonna look at. God damn! Hold on, I can look at the screen. It will tell me. Janky. There we go. I got the screen. I will look at Janky and be like, I'll give hand signs of hacking things fuck.
I will trace Reno's icon.
Okay, go ahead and roll to trace.
You might want to calculate the noise because his icon's pretty far away.
Well, couldn't he just use my connection as a?
It would, if it's tracing the icon, it has still noise because it has to trace, because it's no longer on his pan, it's far off where it's extended out. So he still has a decent crap load of noise.
So old method, of tracing the call how would you do that?
Yeah, there's no action for it in the game.
That is correct.
That would have to be like a homebrew thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. But
Would
yes,
I just
either way-
know since it's slave to my deck? But I feel like the distance really is the issue.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, my phone and drones and everything, I let you slave because I
So-
basically told you, hey, you are my security. Anyone tries to hack me, please stop it. 'Cause I
So
can't.
that works as long as you are within roughly 100 meters of the decker. Outside of that, you're no longer underneath his protection.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it would have some noise. With this,
I also can't imagine myself getting too far away from Jakey.
that's probably fair. Your noise is currently 5.
Okay.
Do you get any sort of noise for your rig? Noise reduction?
I believe I can.
Because my rig gives me a -3 to like a point per rating.
I don't know if Cyberdex.
Cyberdex. There's a.
I don't know, but I figured I'd ask.
No, it's a good question.
But I'll load up my signal scrubber program.
Okay.
So I reduce the noise level by 2.
Good. So that puts you at a 3 then.
And then I'll give this test a try here.
Yes. Do all the meta games. That way I don't have to keep this small talk going.
Got to be on the line for exactly 3 minutes.
Intuition, so that's 2 hits.
2 hits. You get that it is it's not in Renton. You could tell that much, and that you did hear Reno say that's where he lived. It's somewhere between Renton and downtown, but it is closer to the downtown portion. You don't have an exact location, but it's relative.
Yeah, I mean, assume that an AR, Tinium is, yeah, you're a rigger, you probably have AR everything, pops up a map, and it just, like, circles, like, this area, and is kind of, like, amorphous, like, not really sure where, but somewhere in here.
Okay, I'll look like, no, what guy?
I think he goes by Reno on the streets.
I do know Reno. Why do you have his comm code?
I mean, I'm just saying he owes us quite a bit of cash, and, well, he's got to pay for it somehow.
Gotcha. Well, you do understand that we are currently his crew working on a job that will get him money. That way he can pay you back. I don't exactly understand how you expect him to pay you back without working. So, if you could give him back, that'd be great. By the way, 0. I have 1 point of charisma. Keep that in mind.
That's why I'm not having you. I'm assuming you don't have any influence skills. Is that correct?
No.
Okay,
Take
cool.
this as the most socially awkward person trying to.
Well, I was
aggressive
just making sure
talk to
you can't roll at all. That's what I was asking.
Oh no! I physically can't. I also can't use any edge. I'm uncouth.
Oh,
I'm very rude.
That's fair. I appreciate the words and the suggestion, but boss needs to speak to him about his late payments, and then once we finish up with them, then you can have what's left.
As long as he's breathing, can walk, and his face still looks pretty, because that's what we need.
I can guarantee one of those things could happen.
When is he free?
I mean, if you want to pay the 10 grand now, he could be free now. Anytime after, frag off.
Oh, so he's being held until he pays.
until he has the conversation with boss. But if he pays now, then he doesn't have to have this awkward conversation with the boss, and you know how it goes.
Oh no, he's gonna have to have that conversation. We're broke.
He goes ahead and disconnects the call as soon as you say that.
Okay. No, he's got to pay some bills. He'll be back later. He's gonna be a little busted up though.
Damn.
Don't get in debt.
Yeah. Don't do that. Good thing I'm
We're
not,
going,
right?
We're
Proceed
going
without
faceless
him?
for a while. I mean, we got a minute. Do we have a timetable on this job?
Yeah.
Relative. I mean, you
Not
have
3 days,
one if you want to get paid a decent amount of money.
We got to get Steve all taken care of before they hit international water. As soon as they hit international water, our payday goes down.
When did they go to international waters?
In a couple of days.
Now it's 3 days.
Oh, you can just take the day off.
No.
You guys want to go to the water park? Water park? Water park?
Oh, shit. Water park does sound fun.
But I mean,
Could
you guys
somebody...
decided on the plan?
Last I heard, we were waiting for some passes.
Oh yeah, we're doing. Oh wait, yeah, you guys want to do like the sneak my rig in, smooze our way, be super slick, and do this without any raising any alarms, shooting any bullets, right? The kind of job we need a face for. That's the kind of job.
That was the idea.
That's the
I
face.
can't
Yeah,
tell if
that's
you're
the
being
face.
sarcastic or if you're just naturally a dick.
Probably a little bit of both.
Okay.
Very uncouth.
It's almost like I'm playing him correctly.
Well, first things first, I think we need to wait for Zayn. And then we can reevaluate the plan. And then we can go from there.
Are you just waiting for Zayn because you're hungry?
If I say that's not the whole reason, would you believe me?
I heard your stomach, so no, I probably wouldn't.
All right. Cards on the table. I haven't eaten in about 3 days. So
That's not healthy. I think we should wait
Snacks
for
in the
Boxcar to eat.
cupboard.
oh shit, yes. Boxcar is instantly in that snack cupboard.
You
just
open
like,
up- Open up the cover and they are just full, almost like hotel wives where they're stacked up. Everything's very.
They all either have faux whey protein or some sort of decently healthy snack. It's not complete garbage, but there's probably not a whole lot of sugary sweetness.
much fun.
It's
I
soy
haven't,
light,
like-
if you will.
A lot of Cliff Bars.
That's cool. Boxcar again hasn't actually eaten in a while. But yeah, I think we wait for Zayn, get some food in us, and talk about maybe an updated plan, and then execute said plan.
You guys stayed parked outside of the last match, right?
Technically, we can be parked, but if locations ever become, where we don't know if we can park or gets a little sketch, I can literally just set the rig to autopilot around the city to just
Right.
kind of cruise.
I just didn't know if you did that.
That would
while
be
you were...
soothing AF.
Right, real talk though. I just didn't know if you did that for last night's rest or if you just walked out and sort of went to sleep in the in the parking lot of the last match.
Yeah, I slept in the parking lot because that's what Zayn said he was going to do with his van. So I was like, I don't really want to ditch Zayn, so I guess this is fine.
Come to wake up, Zayn is no longer there, and
But I was
Zayn,
promised food, so it's fine.
Zayn, it takes you roughly about 20 minutes to pick up food and be back at the last match. And you guys are now reunited in the parking lot. Zayn, where did you stop for food?
I went to Damien's, so I stayed in the Seattle downtown area. So I've got a giant bag that just says Damien's on the side. Everyone, you get the same item. No one really gave me specifics. So I'll just hand out like a styrofoam box to every person, hand out some, silverware. You open it up, and it's just a scrambler of eggs, Beyond sausage, some gravy, and some biscuits and green peppers all chopped up and mixed around.
After opening that box, you can see the faintest hint of like tears in Boxcar's eyes because it's just like, oh my god.
I also have
Thank-
that tears
thank-
because I want that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Zane's gonna open it and be like, "Oh hell yeah!" Take biscuits, put them in Boxcar's plate. Like too many carbs.
Give me all the carbs. Let's go.
Don't expect this every time, but I usually
No.
treat my not first timers, but my new groups to a little treat.
We're this close to phrasing.
This close every single time.
All right. Anyone heard from Jack Serrano?
Is there another member of the
What?
crew that I'm unaware of?
Oh, Reno.
Oh, yeah. He owes money to some mob guys, and they're gonna bust him up a bit. They're gonna give him back probably pretty ugly. He's not coming back probably a day or two, so we might have to do this without him.
So does that mean we get his pay, or how does that work?
Yeah, he wasn't here, so technically we should get his pay. But it
If
also
we could
sounds
put-
like he needs the pay, so I'm not sure where you all morally
I'm-
stand on that.
As somebody, I hate to keep coming back around to this. As somebody who doesn't often have money, I feel like it'd be kind of shitty to just not give him his pay. He did help us out in the way of like getting the contact with head of security and stuff like that. Like he schmoozed the hell out of Ray.
Yeah, he's done work. I think if we stick around together, maybe he just owes a favor. Does a little, it's like maybe he's getting breakfast next time.
You don't think like Ray sold him out to whatever? He said he was it a gang, a corporate, like?
He owes a mob. I don't know which mob. I didn't ask.
That sounds smart.
I didn't see anything on Ray's phone that would suggest that, so
Wait,
And I
you
was
were in his
snooping it.
phone?
Yeah.
That's
where else
awesome.
would I be?
Like as you say that, I'm gonna double like, hey, you have like all this shit slaved, right? Like all of it. It's fine. I don't care if you see my porn. It's fine.
Yeah, I have everything.
Cool. All right. Delete that history.
Yours was the only one that was actually difficult to hack into.
Yeah, I try to get as the best auto softs I can. That way, if hacking's ever done, hopefully automatically does it. Because if it's up to me, they're gonna get it all.
Hey, I'm not saying it's strictly research purposes. Can you send me those links? Like,
Like, I'm just gonna look at Jake and be like,
yes.
I just send. I flick from Tiny to Boxcar.
it takes a minute. It's a lot of gigabytes.
Oh shit, my phone doesn't have that much space.
It's fine. There's a lot of AR and regular 2D shit in there.
I'm now uncomfortable.
Janky? I mean, no, not Janky. Tiny literally is unfazed. Doesn't even realize it's supposed to be weird.
All right, you guys eat up and continue on. There is a car parked outside that is not one of your two.
I perceive it as a trick.
I mean, it is a public parking lot, is it not?
I mean, I think this is Greg's car, I presume.
Who's Greg?
Isn't Greg the other guy? The guy that was like our other contact, our other handler?
Yeah, I think he and Steve or Ray, they're
Ray, yeah.
they're switching off here.
One of those face things we needed.
Steel trap. Like to say,
One.
just because I played idiots in the past doesn't mean that I'm also an idiot.
Well, I just mean talking to another guy. Wish we had his face.
Dude. Okay. Y'all just need somebody to talk to somebody? I can do that.
Yeah, Sator's charismatic AF right now.
100%.
I've been saying very charismatic.
With one hit, you're
Even-
able to see that they are not running silent. But there is someone inside. So they're not running silent, but you can see there is the host for the bar, and then there's someone outside of the host.
What does the host for this bar look like? Is it like inviting and cool?
It does allow for just open access to the host. There are some admin stuff for it, but you can access some of the things inside of the host.
Okay. I'll probe around this device that's in this car. Why not?
Okay.
Hacking's only a little illegal, right?
It's only a little bit, and only if you get caught.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, I still, from the last session, I have 3 successes from the monitoring of the rig through the nets while we sleep.
Okay. You did, and if I remember correctly, if someone got within touching distance of the rig, it would go off.
Alarms, yeah. It would send me an alarm, yeah.
As you're reviewing the footage as you're eating, you do see a familiar-looking individual of who you guys have dubbed Greg walk up, not get like close enough, but just investigate the vehicle from afar.
Okay. I'll send that clip to the crew.
What did you
Is
get on
this
your
the guy?
probing?
4 hits.
4 hits. Your net hits are 3.
All right.
Yeah, that's babysitter number 2.
Well, we're
Okay.
about to find out.
So
Weren't they like?
while you're in there doing the hacking, Boxcar's gonna slide up next to you and just go, "Hey, last time you said that you wanted to know before anybody did any sort of magic-y stuff on you. Are you cool if I try to help you out?
By how?
I can make you better magically."
I'm not sick.
No. Like. Okay, when you're hacking, I assume that takes a lot of like brain power, right? Like I can pretty
Yeah.
much just, what's the word when you take something and make it faster in a computer?
Steroids.
Overclock.
Yeah, so I can pretty much do that magically for your brain.
Okay. Does it hurt?
It shouldn't, no. If it
All
does,
right.
tell me, because that means I didn't do it right.
I'm down. Yeah. Okay. I'm down.
All right, cool.
I just like the thought of having this conversation. Like, all right, cool. So we know how the magic goes. Pull a syringe out, just stab him in the neck.
Just adrenaline.
Here's some cocaine.
Right. Also, hey, take this Nova Coke real quick. No, so casting increase attribute, and what was it? You want logic, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah. So then you're getting an extra 3 logic.
God
I
damn.
resisted my drain on that as well.
What a badass.
How much logic did I get?
You gain 3.
Adding 3 dice.
And you're taking the bonus edge, or you're getting your bonus edge for analytical mind.
Mm.
Okay.
And so that's pretty much just like, hey, I'm gonna do this really quick. Don't freak out. It's like tell me if it hurts though, okay? And I just kind of like reach out and touch you on the shoulder.
All right. I got 5 hits.
Ooh.
And then I need to roll an intuition to see if I realize that you did this to me last night without my permission.
I dropped it as soon as you said it wasn't cool.
What is that rolled against, Travis?
It's
Are you because you're doing a backdoor
firewall times 2 or
Is it willpower plus firewall?
willpower plus firewall.
Your net hits are 4.
Nice. Cool. I'm immediately in the messages.
Okay. You can see. First thing you do notice is that there is an active phone call going on.
Oh crap! I hear it.
This is a loudspeaker that.
I think I'm. Do I technically need to run a snoop? Or,
Yeah,
let's see.
yeah. To be able to interact.
I think so.
It sounds about right.
Plus logic.
Gold channel.
Janky has connected.
Yeah. A user has connected.
Someone has
You don't have
entered
to
the call.
announce yourself. 3 hits.
Oh, your net hits are 1. So close.
Stressing me out.
You
Rolling a lot of dice too. This is
get
not a thing that should be hard for Jinky.
right. You get to listening, and you guys, or you can hear that it is indeed the individual who you guys have been watching, or has been watching you guys, babysitter number 2. And you hear a familiar voice on the other side of the phone call, as the Johnson. Yeah, it looks like one of them just pulled up and handed out some sort of styrofoam dishes to everyone. But unsure if the last member has made it or if he's off doing something else. But, well, you should. What do we learn about their style, should we say? Well,
Hey team, do you guys want to hear Greg have a conversation real quick?
Yes.
Yes.
Click. Everybody hears it.
They all kind of suck, really.
still waiting on the report from Ray. But just from some notes he sent yesterday after dropping one of them off. One obviously likes to talk and try to buddy with you while trying to get some information. The others, the Decker seems like he's adequate enough. I haven't really seen the other two do or say anything, and well, the big guy, I've seen him like maybe once, so I don't know what he's doing, but I don't know if they're going to be getting it done between now and then, but they might have to go to international waters, or it might be up to a different runner crew to grab it. Well, keep me knowing, and we are still recovering from the office attack yesterday. Looks like a new opening might be showing up soon for head of cyberware. It's like, well, lucky them. And then hangs up the phone.
Before you all got on, he was like questioning Reno and like, I don't know if he's going to show up. I think it's possible we need to come up with a story of what Reno's doing right now.
Is currently talking to the guys he owes money to not good enough?
No, because I think we need to sound like he's on this job. I'm worried they're not going to give us his cut if they think he's dealing with something else.
Just tell me he's doing some super secret spy shit.
Sounds nice.
He's like embedded himself.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
why?
I like that. If we tell him like he's around, we just can't tell you what he's up to out of fear of jeopardizing our guy.
Sure,
Yeah.
as long as you're tending to lie to him like that, because I can't do it.
I mean, I'll do my best. Increase attribute on charisma.
Are you casting that?
Not yet. Okay. If I have to go into a conversation with this man, yes. As of right now, no.
Okay. And did you take the quality that lets you sustain more than one spell?
I did, in fact.
Okay.
I mean,
Which one was that? That's focused concentration.
Yep.
yeah, you can always sustain more than one spell. You just get a minus penalty for every
Right,
spell
right,
you
right.
sustain.
Yeah, but I took focused concentration to not take that penalty until like my 4th spell or something like that.
Oh dang!
Yeah,
You
you
only
got
get one freebie.
I think it's like I can have
concentration
2 or
3,
3
right?
or something like that. Yeah. So for all of my crazy, I need to concentrate. I only have like 1 concentration spell right now.
Well, you can cast it multiple times though. Multiple
True.
iterations.
It's just funny. It's like, yeah, I really need to be able to focus on like 8 copies of this same spell.
Exactly. So what are you guys up to now? What do you guys want to do? You guys have the whole world is your oyster.
Well, somebody's got to go talk to Greg, whatever his name is, and then we got to figure out a plan without the face.
I mean, do we have to talk to Greg? We could just leave and go do some. I don't mean more legwork, but there's still some stuff we don't know, like where is the box and what shipment is it leaving on. If we want to pursue the truck route, that might be the best option available if our face doesn't show back up.
True. We could figure out what truck it is, stock the truck, and then we hold the truck hostage. I have the plane, hover it, like point missiles down, so I scare that real. Remember those old classic movies, The Furious
Quick
and
and the
Fast, or some
Nimble?
shit like that.
Quick and
Remember how they used to take those semis? Used to do something like that.
Oh, I never.
You're
saw him.
talking about the Quick and the Angry. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I liked the
You
Quick
My
and the
favorite
Angry.
was the 3rd when they went to Taipei.
Yeah. Taipei Spin was such a good movie.
I hate all of you.
And then they kind of
Far
ran out
longer
of
than they should
names.
have.
They kind of ran out of names, and then they just started calling them like Quick or Angry.
Yeah. I love those shows.
They were great.
But yeah, we could do something like that. We don't need a face for that. I don't suggest us kicking down the door and going straight in. It seems like a lot of firepower for a crew that doesn't really understand each other's quirks yet in combat. So,
Especially since we get a bonus for not raising any alarms.
Yep, the quieter we do it, the more money we get.
anybody got jamming? Any way to like stop signals going out? Don't actually. I think I might have actually.
I mean, maybe
I do have a way to give someone an allergic reaction. Does that count?
No, not even a little bit.
I can
I think a little bit.
turn something into a jammer.
Right. Saying, I feel like they're kind of overlooking the possibilities of making somebody too allergic to touch their comlink.
What do we need to jam right now?
If we were to steal the truck or hijack it, I'd want to jam the truck first before it could make any calls out or set any alarms.
I can turn any wireless device into a jammer.
That's exactly what I want to hear.
You're so
I'm-
cool, Janky.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks,
definitely down
Boxcar.
for just straight up hijacking the truck. Actually, in reality, we don't even have to really take the guy, or to like really like do anything. We can just stroll up next to it, and then you hack it. I'll jump in once you gain access. If it's got rigor control, what's it called? Rigor interface. There we go. If it's got a rigor interface, I could just straight up jump in and drive it.
Speaking of rigging, you're not planning on flying stuff while I'm jamming, right?
I can make it. I can set it up.
Oh!
Okay.
And also,
The one stipulation, I can't replicate all of the functions of a jammer, so it can't I can't select what's going to get jammed and what's not. So we're all going to be jammed.
well, I thought I upgraded to RAM plating to defend me against that, but money is all tight, so I did not. It was on the docket though, of a maybe. But no, I could just fly higher and just it's got at distance I could shoot. Because you can't jam a bullet once it's in the air. So
Hmm. I mean, yeah, this is.
I mean,
a
you
bad
can.
plan. Oh, you can?
how?
The right type of bullet. Not a real bullet, of course.
Okay. Well, we're having two different conversations.
It was a joke.
I
It was
mean,
hilarious. You should laugh.
if you jam a bullet, isn't that just getting shot?
That's a good point.
No,
All
different.
right. So
Boxcar.
other than stealing the truck, any other plans?
I mean-
Anybody got any other plans?
I think maybe stealing this truck should be the backup plan. Original plan is, can we get your rig in there? Like, if we can identify the shipment it's on, see what security is like just at the gate. We just drive in, pick up the trailer, drive out. That would be the easiest. No alarms raised. Nothing.
Oh yeah, I was totally down for that until the face decided that he had to go, talk to his loan shark.
I mean, it's a few days. Maybe they'll be back before, the pickup's supposed to happen. We can still do some more legwork as far as, figuring out where this device is, what manifest it's going to be on, so to speak, and just figure out what kind of documentation or, I don't know how to get past security. I mean, and there's push comes to shove. I mean, Boxcar, they talk pretty quick.
I mean, I'm down for whatever the crew wants to do. I just figured that plan was out the window.
I feel like infiltration, like going in as janitors, that's probably out the window. But, just getting past one security checkpoint, that might be doable. Especially if everything's automated. I mean, if it's just RF or Matrix stuff, I mean, we got two of the best people I've seen right here. You two.
So, would this be a bad time to bring up the fact that I don't actively have a sin?
You got a fake sin though, right?
So would this be a bad time to bring up the fact that I don't really have any sort of sin?
Yeah, this is a bad time to bring up that you don't have any sort of sin. That's
So you
or
can't
it's a
get
good
fake sin.
time.
I think it's
I
a
don't
good time, really. So now we know this.
It's a great time that this plan is not completely changed. So no, I don't think Mr. Sinless, truly sinless, can be the face anymore.
I can. We just can't be in a spot where maybe they're going to want to look at my sin.
At any official capacity, even a rock's throw away from any sort of checkpoint, people are scanning sins left and right like it's free candy.
I mean,
I don't like that. I don't subscribe to that. That's a
gonna need
violation
that.
of my rights.
that's not UCAS, not Seattle. But I mean, if we probably need to steal some actual credentials anyway. So I don't know if a sin's gonna be the worst of our problems.
I mean, if we just... Okay, hear me out. This is going to sound really shitty. But just hear me out, okay? What if we go with the janitor plan? And I'll go do it. And when they're like,
Alone?
wait. No, like, maybe I'll take one more person with me. But they'll be like, wait, why don't you have a sin? I'll be like, what makes you think I'd have a sin? Obviously, I'm trying to make some money. Why would I have a sin if I'm absolutely broke and burnt? Like,
I'm not the best at corporate security and or corporate knowledge in general, but I don't think they would hire you without a sin.
Yeah.
all right, see, this is what we talk about. I'm
everybody's got a sin.
spitballing here.
Wait, how do
So-
you not have a sin?
Yeah, and then as soon as somebody goes, "Oh, you don't have a sin?" Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Literally anybody with a gun.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand not having a fake sin and using your actual ID, but you don't have.
It's impressive you got this far.
Yeah. So a little bit about me. I'm actually not from the Seattle area. I grew up just outside of Denver in a larger but old kind of train station area that we just refer to as the station. We weren't nomads, but a lot of nomads came and went. So it's just kind of one of those things where nobody really cared about us in. You know what I mean? So like I popped out and they're like, yeah, whatever.
I don't even have enough money to my name to help you get a shitty sin, let alone a good one.
What if we got a post-it note and drew a bad picture of me that says, trust me, I'm a satyr? Would that work?
It would work better than what you're currently trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
At least there's a little comedy flavor in there. That feel bad for you.
Okay. Boxcar kind of like turns around and like takes a few steps away and just goes, I'm gonna think about this. Keep working on a plan. I'll figure this out.
I'm gonna look back at Zane and be like, the High Dragon's looking a lot better right now.
A little bit.
Yeah, so Boxcar's not going in.
No. Boxcar
Okay.
will be arrested.
But okay. And Boxcar comes walking back to the group. What happens if y'all go in and something goes not correctly? Alarms go off, bullets start flying. One of you catches a bullet, and I'm not there to magically remove that bullet.
Yeah, got it. If that happens, the lack of your sin is the least of my worries.
That's what I'm saying. If things end up in a bad way, you're gonna wish you had somebody there to patch you up on the fly.
Wait, also, why are you not there? If I'm going in and not worrying about your talking skills, just hide in the back of the rig. I mean, unless they're going to be... Huh?
Do you think they'll scan me inside the warehouse?
I don't... Maybe. I'm not even sure if security's... I don't know what type of security they got. For all we know, they could do a full body scan or a full scan of my vehicle and be like, you have 4 life forms in there.
How far away are we from this place? I wanna hack it.
I was gonna say, I mean, that's why we should go. I mean, like I said,
Yep.
not leaving until 3 days. So we go there now, see what gate security is like, see what they scan for, what they don't scan for. I can tell you they have multiple people running astral security, head of it being Trevor. Sounds like a cool name, I guess. But so magical concealment, that type of stuff, probably no go.
Real quick, to
Here's
answer
another
your
thing.
question, Travis, about 35-40 minutes driving there.
Which is
Downtown?
fine.
Yeah.
Much closer than Renton.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot closer. It's
I thought we were in
still.
Renton.
I'll just try and hack it from here. What are we doing?
Are we hanging out in... Are we all in my rig just hanging out? Like,
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Cool. I'm just... Like,
Time
as
for
like,
this.
we should drive there, I'm just going to be like... Actually, you're not going to see me do anything. You're just going to feel the car just start to move.
Yes, Frostbite,
That's cool.
you are correct. You guys are inside of Renton. I actually don't think Donnie.
Donnie said he was from the
Everett, wasn't it?
Everett, that's what it was. Everett, not Renton. So, backtracking a little bit, they are between Everett and downtown. But yeah, it is still roughly about a 45-minute drive to downtown from where you guys are at.
I'm gonna start heading us that direction, so we just cruise in the general area.
Okay.
Zane, if you want, you should probably get your van to follow us, or at least stay close, unless you care. It doesn't matter. Also, another little thing that might help us: this rig and trailer have electrochromatic paint, so I can literally just change what it looks like at any given moment.
That's cool.
So we can go in there and make a story up now, and then come by later with a different rig. Air quotes. You know what I mean?
Can our quote different rig have a cool like flames paint job on it?
You just see me kind of sit there quietly for a minute. You see me flick a gnat out the window, and then do you have any AR?
I do not know.
Do you have image link?
I do, yes.
I throw an image from the gnat to your image link, and you see the side of the truck has flames.
Yes, that's cool as hell.
Do you want me to roll for any of that?
Not unless it requires one.
I mean, I was auto softing the maneuverability of the drone to fly out there, but
Oh no,
it's
I
up to
mean
you
that
how
that
specific
is
you
going to
wanna
be.
get it.
I mean your rig also is abiding by
Standard
like,
traffic laws.
exactly. So it's not
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's
dude.
going quick at all. Like it's not like going super crazy or anything like that, where it'd be difficult for your nat drone to fly out, get
Okay.
just an image of it, and then fly back in. Something trivial like that, I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
The rig is currently using the grid to
Okay.
drive.
Perfect. All right. Anything else you guys would like to do as you are prepping? I know Travis, you said you wanted to hack.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna overclock my deck.
Okay.
I would-
Make sure my baby monitor score is 0.
It is currently a whopping 0.
Do I need to recast my improve attribute? Because I didn't drop it.
Right. As long as you didn't drop it, no, there is no duration.
There's no
for
time
it.
limit on it or anything.
Correct. Nope.
Sick. Then just like, hey, your brand should still be nice and magic juiced. By the way,
Feels that way.
Oh,
Not good. I'm glad you can feel that.
I'll keep my signal scrubber on just in case there's any noise since we're kind of far away. And I'll let her rip.
Hey,
How many of those are hacking programs? Does it have it listed on which ones are like classified as
Overclock is a hacking program.
Okay.
So just and
Is Baby
nope,
Monitor?
that's it.
Okay.
Nope, Baby Monitor is a basic program.
Cool. So every time you do a matrix action, it's gonna be increased by 1 for each matrix for each hacking program. So I just wanted to make sure.
I'll go ahead and cast increase attribute on myself as well. I'll bump my intuition.
Okay. And then go ahead and roll that, Zayn, and then go ahead and roll drain for me as well whenever you get a second.
Mhm.
Okay. What are you just trying to probe into it?
Yep, we're just gonna probe the host of this company.
Yeah.
it's not polite to probe the host. Come on.
All right, I take 2 points of stun.
Okay.
And there's on my real dice. And then I get some more for overclock. Bam.
And that's also including the
The
+3
wild
for
die.
the logic increase. Is that correct?
Correct.
Also, it is a new session, so everyone's edge has been refilled as well.
Yes.
6, 5, 4. Oh, that's super lucky. My wild die came up negative, but I only had 2 5s.
Oh, there you go.
So 4 hits.
4 hits. You are not successful into probing the host.
Alright, well, let's see. I mean, I'll just keep probing around.
Hey, Zayn.
Actually,
Just a- Word of warning. I don't know if you knew this. Since the vehicle's moving, don't astral project.
Yeah. That's like pretty common.
Okay, just
I mean,
making
unless-
sure.
Unless you know where the vehicle's going, then you can kind of, find the path.
That'd be cool. Just trying to be helpful.
Is that what happened to you the other day when?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
I got excited. I wanted to see the dragon.
Well, did you get to see it?
I did. I sensed it.
I mean, I'd say that's worth it. Except for the whole shadow spirit thing coming back to your body afterwards. That was kind of.
That sucked. I was really actually kind of worried that he was going to shit my pants. But
I bet you he could. I haven't. That's a different type of spirit I've not seen.
it's a
before.
shit spirit. Right.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, I've got a defecation power.
Yep.
If you want to retry the test, you could do it again with a -1 dice pool.
Power word shit.
Wouldn't that be the same as power word kill?
It could be. What's the spell in D&D? Command.
Command, yeah.
Just shit.
You could do that in this game. Control actions.
Right. I'm gonna learn control actions now.
Just to make something shit.
Defecate
That's fair.
gratuitously.
That's fair.
Gonna save somebody's life with that. Foreshadowing. Watch out.
Are you re-rolling this probe?
I sure am.
Okay. How much did you increase that intuition by, Zayan? 3?
Yep.
Going super Zayan right now.
You know it.
Give me 1 second.
You're good.
I'm going to need to edge this, but I don't know exactly how I'd like to edge it just yet.
Okay. And you are getting a point of edge. Also, your Overwatch score went up by 6.
Da-da-da-da-da. I suppose I probably should have pre-edged this. Let's see. Let's re-roll my failed dice.
Yeah, 4 edge.
So I have 4 hits, and I'm going to roll 12 more dice.
Okay.
I just got 9 hits on 12 dice.
Let's go.
So 13.
13. Your net hits are 7.
Jesus.
Your Overwatch score goes up by 7 as well, so you're at a total of 13 for Overwatch.
Okay.
And now you are going to be gaining extra per illegal access to anything on the Matrix, so. Okay. Would you like to go ahead and try to backdoor, or?
Yeah, we're getting there. I just didn't know if people wanted to, do anything else.
Yep.
Or if you're just waiting for me to bust into this place.
I mean, it is like I said, about a 35-minute drive, and all these are taking looking at it like either like a probe is. Well, I guess that's extended if you do it extendedly. So realistically, all this is happening within like 6 seconds with the probe and the.
Yeah,
Or the
I'm just
double
showing
probe,
Boxcar around, showing him the massive drone. Like, look at this missile on this thing. It's got like the racks with just spare missiles to auto load into. Like,
A lot of missiles.
specifically only 6.
6 more missiles than I've ever seen.
Hey,
Extra.
well, let's crack a roosk.
Okay, so you're gonna try to use backdoor.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove my overclock though.
Okay. Then you're getting +7 dice to your backdoor.
Yep.
And then you are removing 3 3 dice, correct, for the noise?
It's at 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was the same,
5,
right?
yeah, 5 minus the 2 for your program.
Yeah. 9 hits.
9 hits. Holy crap. And that is... You take a step in through this back door, and you are inside of the host.
Alright. I would love to perceive and see it's busy, if there are ICs walking around, if am I going to get checked here anytime soon, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and roll Matrix Perception. And your Overwatch goes up by 4. So you should be at
11.
Yeah.
2 hits on the perception.
Perception. You do see ice roaming around. And you do see that there is about 5 hosts inside of this host. One says HR, one says warehouse, another says apartments, the other one says HQ, and the last one says customers.
Well, we need to get into the warehouse, presumably, so
And I
we'll
would
start there.
assume that it would tell you the host rating. Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's gonna tell you the host rating. HQ is a rating 11 host. The warehouse is rating 5. And the other 3, the apartments and the apartments and customers are rating 4. And HR is also rating 11. So these are some very, very scary hosts.
Yeah. But I didn't come here to fuck around. I came here to find out. So
Absolutely.
so let's look at see if I can probe the warehouse from within.
And I'm assuming you're running silent, or...
Yeah.
And are you doing this via AR?
No, I would have jacked in.
Okay. Are you doing hot or cold?
Hot, I believe.
I actually don't remember what that means again.
Are you using your stats or are you using your control stats?
Oh, so it's like, okay.
Yep.
It's basically exactly the same between my AR and...
Yeah.
100%. It's the same.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm double checking. As I would if I was actually in this scenario. I'm going to double check all my shit, make sure I'm doing it right.
True. You did see there are 3 ice that are roaming around, by the way.
Yeah, is it? Are there other personas in here? Is it busy, or are they all about like? Is it just me and they're about to walk up and be like, "Bitch, what you doing here?"
There are probably upwards of. I mean, there's so many personas in here. It's like you can barely move in here. That there's just so many personas. But you do see there are 3 different types of ice. 1 binder, 1 tar baby, and 1 track.
Okay. All right. I think I'm doing this right, so we're gonna get in it. Now the question is, I guess it technically would there'd still be noise.
Yeah, there would still be noise. Yeah.
Or am I hacking from the host, which is not gonna get into this Inception shit? There's noise.
It's down to 2 though, as you are getting closer.
Okay, so my program, like, it's down to 2 with the program?
With the program,
instead
correct.
of 3? Yeah,
Correct.
okay.
Sorry, I should be
Okay.
more specific.
It's alright. Now I'm actually getting a bonus from Boxcar.
True.
Or it just evened out. Okay, well that's 5 hits to get into this one.
And are you trying to probe or just trying to backdoor?
Oh, I have to probe first.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you have to probe to backdoor.
Cool.
Otherwise you have to brute force
Gotcha.
or have a known exploit.
You said you got 5?
Yeah.
Your net hits are 3, so you get an extra 3 dice to this backdoor.
Let's do it.
And you're not
What's
overclocked
my-
currently?
Nope. But
Okay,
what's the matrix
so-
score?
It is now, because it was 11, it is now 14.
You said my net hits were 3?
Yep.
Dice are coming up jank.
And you are, just so you know, you have user access while in this host.
Okay.
As you're looking around, the way this host looks, by the way, it is like blue floors.
You're talking about the new one?
the
The warehouse one or the
one that you're currently,
one?
because you haven't got through the back door into the new
Right.
one yet. So yeah, the
Right.
one that you're in, it has thousands of icons that are sort of just surfing around into it. Some are VR, so you can actually see the person moving. Some are literally just icons that are just happening to move around. It looks like a 2D version of a person. But you're making your way through. You're able to find this door on the wall that has you sort of move some blocks around on this wall, and you sort of find this door that wasn't there before as you were able to probe and find it. And it does say warehouse on it, but the rest of this room, it looks like almost like an open gala, excuse me, where it has a giant chandelier above it, and then it just says, sort of floating in cyberspace, "Welcome."
5 on the back door.
Ooh. And you are successful in going to the back door.
Alright, I will step into the warehouse.
Once you're inside of the warehouse, go ahead and roll me a matrix perception. You are now that you're inside of here, you now have admin access.
Three hits.
And from that back door, your OS is 18. All right. In here, you do see there is two ice, one tracker, and one tar baby. And there are 45 other icons in this room.
Okay.
But there is also and it looks like a very nice warehouse that has like the concrete, looks like brand new walls, and inside of it, it looks like it's just shelves upon shelves upon shelves upon shelves of what looks like giant plastic totes.
Sometimes in these situations, the way the host is set up, it gives ideas of things will look like things that are in the real world. Can I observe and see if there's if I can gain an inkling to what the security is just for the warehouse? If there's anything that would tell me that the way the host is structured?
Like, Go ahead and roll just logic plus intuition for me.
3 hits.
3 hits. With as real world warehouse as possible, you do see, which everything else, it looks real. You do see there are, just on a smaller scale for what would have been a corporation warehouse. So instead of like a ginormous warehouse, which you've seen on the exterior portion with all the different bays, there is only 2 bays that have 3 shelves. But you see a single camera. You do see what looks like a computer that an icon is sitting behind. And you do see a couple of forklifts that move around, but don't seem to be carrying anything. They're just rotating around in a square almost. As well as a big alarm on the side, or like a little pull switch, like a fire alarm that's just on the side of the wall. So with that, you would assume that you could interact with a camera for camera access, a computer for overall like maybe looking at different cameras or other functions. There is the gates itself that could open and shut,
Sure.
and the alarm system, as well as these forklifts that are rotating around, or it looks like some of the things you can interact with within this warehouse. And then obviously you could walk up to one of the bins and start searching it for any sort of files that may be listed within.
Okay. So we're looking for a thing. I'm just gonna text the team like I'm in. What do we need? I'll let you guys guide me here.
You guys are roughly about 20 minutes out.
Because I don't know. I don't want to go through these files and look for Steve, because it's gonna come up with like 80 billion employees named Steve.
Ooh, do we have access to people's information?
I have a file of the guards that will be on duty, but I might be able to get. I think the personal information might have been in the HR host.
So do you think we could snag up some of that and make a little bit of extra cash off the side?
Oh, I could like download a bunch of like information of what they're storing here.
Oh,
yeah.
literally just download everything you can. That's payday. There.
It's gonna be. Let's see. I have user access. I need to edit a file.
That's gonna be like 80 terabytes of information.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how many I can actually download before Overwatch just jumps down my throat.
Oh, well, we should do that last. First, we should get our information.
Yeah.
Prioritize what we're looking for. So any type of like solid state drives that contain.
So
Personality.
legal actions that I take now that I have admin access, do they still count because I got in here illegally? I thought that was the case for some reason.
Yeah. So if they do still count, you're instead of 1 per round for illegal user access, you have +3 per round for illegal admin level access.
Yeah. So I got about. I got like 2 minutes before I got to get out of here.
I don't know if I just find as much information about the target. I don't know.
Do you have a more technical name for the target besides Steve? Or is that what I'm going with?
Do we get any way to identify this thing?
It's cyberware. It's a implanted hard drive. It usually goes at the base of the neck or something like that. You see Boxcar kind of like pacing back and forth, just like, come on.
Wait, did you say it's cyberware?
We didn't happen to get a hash value from the J, did we?
I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna say no, but yes, it's cyberware. Like it's like somebody's stack, dude. Like this is somebody's like backed up life.
Zayn will go ahead and pull up the picture that he took of the device that the Johnson showed us, which I assume is deleted from my comlink.
No, it has not been deleted.
Oh, it's not. All right.
You do look like the picture that was shared around of the dragon was deleted from your comlink.
Good to know.
As you're going through and looking at your pictures, just the most recent ones, you're looking like, that's missing.
Gotcha. Well, then I'll send that to Janky. Said something similar to this. Don't know if an image will help out in your search, but yeah.
Reverse image search it. I believe in you.
Whoever it is, it might be someone with higher up access, someone that's being headhunted by Rinraku. So,
I mean, if we're looking for an actual physical body, you could probably look under that. Actual human transfers.
I don't think we are.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, if I was to move cyberware, I feel like the safest place to do it would be, in somebody. But then again, I don't really know.
Are you wanting to do a hash check?
Yeah, I was trying to be able to do a hash check if we had an actual... if the file was encrypted and we had some sort of hash for it, then that would be cool. Because it's possible that I can just open these and I just see nothing. I mean, it's admin access, so maybe I could just peruse the files, but
yeah,
it's not extremely clear in the rules what when you have access to a thing, what is the action to go through files or look for something.
I think that it would probably be a...
Isn't there a manipulate file action?
I think an edit file.
Edit it, yeah, but it's not I think it'd just be
matrix perception.
I think it's a matrix perception, just to look through each thing and tell you sort of what would be listed in there.
Let's see. Perception is gives you information about the target. With a tie, you can see if the item's icon, a single net hit will give you basic information. Yeah, that's for looking at icons and stuff. But
could you roll willpower plus sleeves for me?
yeah.
say if you can't find anything on the item itself, at least maybe look for planned shipments. We know the day it's leaving. We know the place it's going for, or it's going to. So anything that do that.
Yeah, you guys were given the exact date and time of when the shipment was leaving. They could also use the cross-reference with it.
Four hits. 5 hits.
5 hits. Okay. You see the one of the ice that looks like a dog with a spiked collar that's walking around is beginning to sniff around your icon, but not seeming to notice you.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna have to go to this date and try and figure it out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want it to be. The only problem I have with using Matrix Perception is it's intuition based.
Right.
And I feel like searching for something like this is more logic based. And that's
you could do a
mostly biased because my logic is better than me.
Well, you could use a hash check, which is a specialized matrix search.
Or I would even use, like, would it just be a matrix search? Because matrix search says search publicly accessible grid, but I'm just searching a grid that I have access to.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
fine.
electronic. I guess it's also intuition based.
Well,
so yeah, if a search is intuition based, then a search is intuition based. And I'm just
I mean, you could do that, but I was also thinking like, I mean, a hash check is electronic plus logic, and it's a specialized matrix search, which I would allow because you have the date and time of it.
Okay, so you're comfortable.
Yeah, I'm fine doing a hash check if you want to roll it.
You know, messing with the definition of hash because it's like supposed to be super specific for some reason.
Right. Well,
but I'm fine with that.
It is like, and there's like you could try it on your own. It says even where a threshold is 1 if you have the hash value from Johnson or some other source, but 4 if you're like doing best on your own.
Okay, good call. I like this. Okay.
Which is sort of cool because if you're doing it on your own, it says like maybe if you hit the threshold, there's 32 files that your hash matches with. Every net hit halves that amount of files.
Yeah, I like this. This is good. Okay.
And what we say was 18 last, correct? For your OS?
My OS, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then we're just good. I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna use my 1 edge for using no logic. I'm gonna re-roll one of these.
Okay.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Not a great roll.
Looking through, it looks like there is 64 file matches that made up with that date and time. You can attempt it again with a -2 if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. So a hash check is illegal. So what's my OS here?
That is 21. No. 23, sorry. I forgot you have a +3 now instead of just a +1.
Yeah.
So you're at 23 total.
Okay. I'll do it again at a -2.
Yep.
Uh, 5 hits.
5 hits. Okay. You've got it down to 8 different options it could be. Again, if you want to go
Okay.
it with another -2, you can try it again to try to reduce that even more. But you're at 8 different options for 8 different trucks that are leaving that day. At that time.
Let's see.
And your OS goes up by 6,
Okay.
which I believe puts you at
29.
I need you to roll another willpower plus sleaze for me.
Three.
Once again, the tar baby is sniffing around, stops for a second, and then continues onward.
Okay. I am going to. I'm going to have to hash check again, and now I need to do some real math. Because I'm at -4, I'm at -6, right?
Correct. This time will be a -6 for it.
Okay. Well, that's nice. I've only rolled 5 dice and I have 4 hits, so we're doing okay here.
Okay.
Yep. 6 hits.
6 hits. It goes down between 2 different trucks.
Okay. And then I will edit file, download the first one. Wait, can I just... What is... Where edit file said something else. Hang on one second.
Yep.
This is the first time we've really done a really in-depth...
Matrix, it's awesome.
I'm loving it. And I will get
It's
better
actually
at it.
really
Top-
cool.
Protect any of the defenders either.
I also think this is the highest we've ever seen an Overwatch score get to. Which,
Yeah, it's actually concerning.
So,
It is a little stressful.
Add 8 Overwatch.
Oh, shit.
So that should put you at 37.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, let me check some real quick. It is not 30. It's not +8. It's only +3.
That's what I was
Yep,
calculating
yep,
in
yep.
my head. So
Plus
I'm really glad it wasn't
So,
+8 because
no.
I thought it was going to be +3.
I thought for some reason it was an opposed test, and it's not. It's against a threshold. So you actually just keep chugging away, which still puts you at 34. Is that right?
32, no?
32. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry. Quick maths is not good for me.
Okay. So I got to talk through this. So I have 32. The chances that a file this deep has a data bomb on it is low.
Just remember,
like 2
every-
levels of security in.
Yeah.
Every data bomb should be labeled data bomb. You're fine.
absolutely.
Because the issue is I could... Oh, hang on, I gotta go read edit file and see if I can download multiple files. Change copy to
I think Control Shift.
Yeah, for sure.
to copy to any kind of file. You know what I might be able to do randomly? Sorry for hogging the time,
No, that's all right.
but I don't want Overwatch. I don't want
Oh,
God
no.
to just show up at our door here. So
This is the system we chose.
Open up.
FBI, open up! Big holes are blown in the side of Tiny's like rig, and vents are repelling in, and
I zoned out for like 2 seconds, and there were holes in the side of Tiny's rig, and I'm like, "Whoa, wait a minute!"
Hold on.
That's not how this works.
I was looking
Okay.
at the books, reading some stuff, and then I heard horrible information.
So a hacking program increases my Overwatch score by 1 just for running it during an action, right?
What? Yeah, your Overwatch score just runs up. Wait, hold on. Repeat that one more time. Sorry.
Okay, so a hacking program,
Yep.
how much does it add? It adds
One-
just 1 per program to every action.
Correct.
So,
But if you don't use, like, you can have multiple hacking that are loaded into your deck, but if you're not actively using it, that multiplier doesn't stack up.
okay. So 4, 8, I'm at, okay. Well, if there's a data bomb, I'm fucked anyway. So, I guess I'm just gonna try and, I'll need your ruling on this. It sounds like
Okay.
it works. Fork says hit 2 targets with a single matrix action without splitting dice pools.
Correct.
Are these 2 files 2 targets? Can I download 2 files
You can.
with 1 matrix action?
With a fork, you can. Otherwise,
Okay,
either way you could be able to, but you'd have to split your dice pool on each of them. But with fork, you don't have to.
Got it. I will load up Fork, and I will try to download these 2 bad boys at the same time.
Fork it.
Just fork it, man.
Okay, this is just -2. Okay, 4 hits.
You are not successful in downloading the files because it is a opposed test.
Wait. Oh, I guess I needed to say it before I found out, but I had to reroll anyway.
If you want to, go ahead.
I missed it anyhow. Okay, so it was an opposed test, so now my Overwatch score is going to go up by 1 billion.
No, because its edit file is a legal action, so it does
Got
not. It only goes up by 1 or by 4
Or 3.
It goes up by 4.
4
One for
because
the
of fork.
illegal- Exactly.
Okay. Okay, so now safely I could only get 1 of these files. Let me go double check that. No, here's maintaining access. Matrix round +3. You maintain admin level.
Your noise has now been increased or reduced by 1 again because of distance. So
When
now
OS reaches 40, conversions occur. Zero occasionally occurs the device. Bricked. It's condition. I don't want to brick my device.
you sure?
I mean, I'm janky, not that janky.
True.
Okay. So yeah, well, let's see. No, I can try it again because I'm at 32.
Plus 4 would put you at 36. So if you do it again, no matter what,
I can't be converged upon.
well, if you're at 30, so that was 32 is before the plus 4 that you got, right? From this round.
Yeah.
So that you're at 36.
Oh, I'm at
right now.
36. You're right.
Right. So if you did it with fork, you're at 40.
30, 40, and yeah. So that's why I can only choose. I have to choose one
Right.
device for the other. Boxcar. I need you to flip a coin.
I got you. Just do it.
Yeah. You don't actually have to. There you go.
I totally did. Came up tails.
Okay, I download the bottom file.
Okay, go ahead and roll edit file.
I got my magic hands ready to try to heal your brain.
You have to heal my device.
You are not using Fork, correct?
No, because I'd be downloading both.
Right. So you're not using any hacking files? Or any
Nope.
hacking? Okay.
Alright, and then I get the +3 from Boxcar because it reduced. I have 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. 8 hits.
8 hits. You download the file.
GTFO.
Okay.
With an Overwatch score of 36.
30,
Our last campaign, my Overwatch
now.
score got to
39.
my
after
Overwatch
that.
score got to like 16. And I was like, Hardwire was so careful.
It's like one action. No, we're done here. Yeah, it is 39 after that. You're going to
So I'm
minor
like,
swap to AR, and then
yeah,
because isn't there
50-50
actual
shot. I
command
got the
for
right
it?
file, guys. 50-50 shot.
I mean, I'll take those odds.
I mean, can we verify?
Do I have the metadata on the other file, or know what it was named at least? I guess if I have to go back in, I can just go get it, right?
Yeah. So you now have a hash check.
Okay, like I know. I can
You
go
know
get that file.
exactly. You would only need one hit on a hash check. Hash check to
You check.
to get the information that you needed. You know exactly where it's at.
Yeah, and I'll hand over the file. Everybody gets it on whatever device. And I'm gonna go finish my breakfast.
I'm gonna look at it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna reboot my device.
Yeah, for sure. It's just nope. You go ahead and look at it. It has pickup time. It has location of delivery. It has date of both pickup and delivery. It also has driver's name with a SIN code to match it.
Does it have a digital packing slip for load data? Is that what it's carrying?
Yeah. That was literally the next thing. It looks like it is carrying a couple of broken down drones. Like not like damaged, but like taken apart.
Same face.
Right. It looks like there is a multiple, like roughly about 40 boxes of medication. And then a single box that is not or doesn't have the contents listed of.
Sure, like Bakar, like if it's in this load, it's probably going to be the one that's blank, unless they hit it in the drum. Zzz.
I mean, this looks like a good haul. I'm pretty sure you could do something with those drones. And
Oh yeah, I'd definitely take those drone parts. You guys could sell off the meds, and then hopefully our actual, what we need is the empty one. But I don't really like the fact that we don't know for sure.
I mean, driver's name and SIN. Are we able to do a search on this guy? Maybe either find him and convince him to give us his credentials, or maybe at least make sure he disappears the day of and spoof his stuff.
And both is an option.
I can pull up its like social media feed to everybody as it's going on.
Go ahead and roll a matrix search.
Four hits.
4 hits. You do find their social media page, and you do see they are a driver for overall hired by the company. Last online was 2 hours ago, and it is a picture of them at a food court with a couple of young, like 5-year-old female 5-year-olds.
Presumably they're children.
That's what we want to presume, yes.
Cool. If not, then let's just murk this. Fine.
But it looks like they're on some sort of breakfast date.
I mean, we could always threaten him and, babysit him. And then if push comes shove and too much of a struggle and won't listen, then yeah, sure, murk him. But I think we should give him a chance first.
Everybody needs that. Actually, not everybody needs a chance. I don't know. I'll defer to y'all on any of the wet work that has to happen.
I don't want to do wet work if we don't have to. But I also understand that sometimes you need a very solid answer.
Sometimes dry work gets wet. Can I do a memory check to see if I remember that these documents were organized in any order? Can I tell, like, I'm trying to ascertain, like, if they're by, like, date and time, is the one, is the other one that could have been it the one, before us or whatever like that?
Yeah, it looks like the... go ahead and roll a memory real quick.
Keep forgetting to clear.
Clear!
Five hits?
5 hits. Looking at the documents when they were like side by side and you were filtering through, they were filtered by day. When you looked at the whole bin before you did the hash, they were filtered by day, from open to close. But as they were filtered by the day, they were filtered by bay from left, like from bay 1 down to bay 82.
Okay.
And you guys are
So
got bay 25.
it'll be around there. It'll be around there. We're just not exactly sure where.
Well, you know that the bay
left
number
or
would be
right.
number 25. It's
Okay.
listed on the actual document itself, showing where
Okay.
where to pick up.
So if it's not this one, then it's bay 24. Just so you.
Okay, so are we going in, or are we jacking it on the way? Well, we have the route. Hold on. Can you throw up a map in AR with the route?
Yeah.
You go ahead and follow the route. It is very interesting. You do notice that it takes multiple blocks. Like it does 3/4 of a square, and then it goes down and does another square. Looks like it's like actively trying to confuse people as it gets to its destination. What you guys know would probably be what should be a 15-20 minute delivery is marked out thanks to, matrix maps, close to about an hour drive of this, just individuals doing loops and loops around blocks.
With my knowledge of Seattle,
Mhm.
What would be the most secluded location that they pass by? They're through. And how secluded really is it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll logic plus intuition.
That
And you have Seattle knowledge, you said?
I have. Where is my knowledge? I have local slums and black markets
Okay.
that would portray to this.
Okay.
That's about it. Just logic plus intuition. Okay. 1, 2. No, I'm gonna spend the 4 edge. Actually, it's only gonna be 3 because analytic mind.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure.
And then after you roll this, Tiny, I need you to roll an engineering plus logic for me.
It's 4 successes on the knowledge of what's secluded.
Okay.
And then you said a what? A logic plus what?
Logic plus engineering. Realistically, it'd probably be closer to the docks portion. A lot of the squirreliness of this happens a lot of more downtown before heading off to one of the loading docks. The warehouse is off one of the loading docks. So either the dock itself would be the best. But the closer you get to the dock, the safer it is going to be to do this without Lone Star jumping on your ass. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, so pretty much out the gate. Another 4 on the engineering, and I am officially out of edge.
Okay. You do realize that both of those drones, because they're listed as parts, but putting the drones, like those parts together, would be 2 as technology crawlers,
Sounds delicious.
which are small anthro drones from the core robot. But yeah.
I'll just kind of like circle in AR with my AR gloves. I kind of like right here, like it's pretty out the gate, pretty much as soon as it starts. But everywhere else he drives is going to be pretty full of people.
So yeah, the closer you get to the water docks, so it's gonna be harder out the
Water
gate, but the
Oh, I
the
thought-
warehouse,
sorry,
the docks at the warehouse, or the warehouse at the docks will be the more or the easiest part to get.
Is that
This
the last
without-
stop?
That is the last stop where the delivery is supposed to be made. All of this, by the way, the whole truck is being unloaded at the docks. There's no like deliveries along the way. So all of this is purposely to stop someone from possibly trailing them.
What size drones were those?
Small anthro. As technology crawlers, I think is what they're called.
Yeah.
Around this time, you guys are about 5 minutes out from the warehouse. And that is where we'll go ahead and take our break. We'll go ahead and take just a 10-minute break for us to stand up, move around, and get something to drink. But then we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. And we'll see you guys in a little bit.
See it, but still low enough to where I could have it clear in your
Like hot
AR.
ping people.
These are like pinging people. That way everybody knows where they are.
They are in AR.
And
Yeah. Or- just
welcome
as best
back,
I can.
guys.
Hey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you guys all enjoyed your break. got some food, got some water, took some steps. Bit of a recap. After some furious decking and a very close encounter with a couple of ice, as well as God knocking on people's doors, but no one was home. You guys got maybe the right file that had a full list of information on a individual in which you guys would know as Chuck Fuller, who is the driver for Spinrad Global, and his credentials for his sin, and exactly all of the listing of the stuff that is going to be held inside of that vehicle, as well as the vehicle's path and where it's going. You guys did a little bit of social media stalking. You did find out a few hours ago he did access his social media. It looks like having some morning breakfast in a what looks like to be a food court. But that is where we have sort of picked up. It's been a very tense time, but not too much has happened.
Well,
All right.
unless, Janky's going to go back in there and get the other file, which I don't know if that's possible or okay to do, we kind of just have to act off of this, I guess.
I mean,
mean-
Jenky, you said that this may have been the right one, 50-50, so there's one other option that it might have been. How did you narrow it down?
Logic plus a little bit of intuition.
Boxcar's gonna give a wink over to Janky.
I could go through the whole process again if you want and try and get the other file, but I'm particularly inclined to do that if this doesn't match what we're looking for.
I mean, it might. It's everything in the truck is not what we need, except for potentially one empty package that is unlisted, but still on the manifest for being delivered. It just doesn't have descriptions. So it could be.
Could be,
I
but
feel like we're putting a lot of faith into the could aspect of this.
The problem is if we get the other one, and the other one also doesn't have descriptions of the package, we're going to send out, 2 teams?
well, maybe we can do a hybrid, put Plan A and backup plan both in place.
Well, actually, who's to say that the 2 loads are going out at the same time? We might be able to hit one, and then if it turns out it didn't work out, make the delivery as normal, act like nothing happened, and then try to hit the other one afterwards.
Or we steal this truckload of stuff and then also hijack the other option that it could have been. Now we have 2 truckloads full of shit.
I like that option because that option sounds like more money.
My worry, though, is if we take the first truck, it turns out to not be what we need, and we don't return it or act like everything's normal, they are not going to send out the other one.
I mean, Janky did. I mean, you said there was no between this and the other one. I assumed it was just in the same window, or like as far as the destinations and the departures.
Yeah, I mean they ship a lot of stuff, and so I narrowed it down by date and time to a certain number, about 32 different shipments it could have been, using some other factors that we knew about, Steve and data and all this stuff. I narrowed it down to about 6, and then using the fact that it was cyberware, I narrowed it down to these 2, but they are next to each other in a bay as far as I could tell. So it's either going to be this one or the one next to it, like I said. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still not even sure what we're looking for, but I did the best I could.
All right.
I could have the drone, like my big drone, follow the other, truck, and if it turns out that we got the right one, pull that one off. If it turns out we don't have the right one, we quickly rush over there and the drone's ready to go.
Yeah.
We could also ask the driver as we're, interrogating him / killing him. I know that's still up in the air. What the route is, and if the route matches what we think it ought to be, then we got the right one. If the one he's driving is going on a different route, then it's the wrong one. Because the route came from our informant, not the file, right? Or am I wrong?
No, the exact route came from the file.
No, never mind. Well, is it going to where the final destination is where we know it's supposed to go?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So far everything's coming up
Millhouse.
janky.
This is my stream now.
Oh, God.
Discord's
I call the shots.
Quick, give us all karma.
20 karma each.
Yes.
Karma's in a different part of the camp, part of the world right now.
You also, everybody gets 50,000 new yen.
Oh my god, what that would do for me.
And 10
I
old
seen
yen.
what it did to you guys last time, and you guys barely used it.
Oh, as the rigger, as soon as you give me money, that shit will be spent.
You guys barely made it to buy a bomb last time.
I was actually, we had so much money last time, and I was the rigger. I couldn't keep up with all. I was just like, I'd get tired. I'd be like, okay, I have so much money, and I have a tank now. I'm not gonna keep going. I got a tank. I'm just gonna stop for here for the night.
Right.
It's fully
Between you
decked
and
out.
me, I will keep going.
It really is. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to save up money to get a warehouse for this shit.
You guys, thank you guys so much for dealing with the technical difficulties. Discord has some fits sometimes that we have to deal with, but we're back.
So I have 50,000 new yen? Is
Nope.
that what's...
And 20 karma.
That's what I heard.
And 10.
Good at it.
The GM did not say that.
Yes, I did. You saw
We
me.
can prove it. Clip it. Clip it, chat.
I think the stream was down. I don't think there's a way to clip it.
No.
Oh, I heard everything on
Yeah,
stream.
it was not down. It was just awkward
Oh.
looking.
clip
If
it.
anyone clips it, you're banned. So
I'll
Bet.
get banned.
I've never clipped. I don't know how to do it.
Say easy dubs right there.
bum bum bum.
One of these days I'm going to make a video called Speed Running Bans from my friends' channels.
Capo.
I mean, so let's just say we do end up stealing the right truck. We have what we need. Do we have like a hideout? We can take a giant semi? Because I assume once it doesn't land where it's supposed to, people are going to come looking for it.
I mean, once I get the drone in the air, we'll have plenty of space. We just
Can we-
offload. Put it
Can
in
we
my
put
rig.
a trailer in a trailer? Are we-
Technically, I could hitch it to the other trailer, but we'll be driving a lot slower. Like, my speed will be halved.
I could just. I
It
mean,
wouldn't be in it. It would just be like a massive train on the road.
Well, can we dump your trailer off somewhere?
I mean, yeah, if you have a safe place to put it.
I've got a van that I live in. So no.
I know
It doesn't usually detach from the rig, to be honest.
let me see. Think I might know a guy who could hide this for us pretty well.
Which contact are you thinking about?
You know what? I don't trust that guy as much as I thought I did. Never
Is
mind.
it how much you trust them or how much they trust you as a staff?
A little bit of both.
That's fair.
I was thinking Big Tooth. Have my...
Oh, that's not the contact I thought you were going to go with.
Were you gonna think Cool Brian?
Yeah, cool, Brian. He's got even a whole shop to make it look realistic.
Oh yeah, true. Nah,
But
I
as
don't
far
trust.
as I'm aware, you probably don't trust really much of either one of them.
Nah. Well, I mean, Big Tooth is a 1-4, but Cool Brian's a 2-2. So like,
You guys are like this. So, no place to hide the trailer?
I don't like. Boxcar like pulls out their comm link and looks at it, and he goes, "Probably not." Now that I think about it, it's going to involve trying to hide it in the underground, and that's probably not the greatest choice.
I mean, I would have said we park it at, Reno's place since he actually has a place. But now that I know the Mafia's after him, I'm good. We don't have to do that.
Yeah, I'd say probably don't leave almost. I'm assuming like $1 million plus, like 1 million new yen plus worth of gadgets and whatnot.
What's the starting new yen for A?
It's like 500.
450
Oh, is it 450?
per
450?
A, yeah.
So not even 500,000. Technically.
I mean, I don't know that.
That's fair.
Everything's $1 billion.
Right, when you have no money, everything's $1 billion.
That's fair. You guys are roughly about 3 minutes out.
A 3-hour show. It was only 20 minutes.
Sometimes it be that way.
Is there anything you guys would like to do prior to arriving at your destination?
I mean, once we're there, we basically just got close. That way he could hack better.
As
Yeah,
your rating, or your noise is now a 0, by the way.
All right, so you should start hacking now.
I mean, if you guys want to pull off into the Barrens real quick, take a detour into like a secluded area, I could launch the UAV up real quick if you wanted.
I mean, you would just like see something? I could show it to you.
That
What?
sounds cool. How do you do that?
What do you mean?
Like,
What are you showing me?
I don't know. What do you want to? Where do you want to look?
I want to live feed the plant that we're gonna go, or not the plant, the warehouse.
Or what about like a specifically smaller area, like the bay?
Warehouse.
The bay. Do we have the bay numbers?
Yes, you gave 24 and 25 were the two that were given.
How are you gonna show me this?
Magic, obviously.
Oh, hell yeah.
How am I gonna see your magic?
I touch you, and then you see where I want you to see.
Yeah, trust, dude.
All right, so let's
Like you've
let's
never
just-
messed with magic before.
No.
So
Sounds
let's
like a
just
you problem.
get close to it. So we can at least see the bay doors, and then I'll just show you what's on the other side of it.
I guess. I don't know. I figured it wouldn't hurt to have a view overhead. Just watching something. I didn't I didn't really want a specific location. I just wanted to see, the place. But it's really not that big a deal.
I mean, yeah, we can still get close to see the place. Once again, guard check or the whatever entrance and exits if that's still on the table of stealing it from the docks. But now that we know kind of where in the warehouse it is, I can point you towards it for sure. Just Let me know when we get close enough. See it.
Bing! You have arrived.
What if we go to the driver's house, we hack his shit, and see if he doesn't have some already nefarious plans in place?
That sounds like splitting money, and I'd rather not.
Well, not so much splitting money and making sure he's going to follow the route and make sure he's on the up and up. Because I don't want to do this and he's already texting another crew to like, hey, I'm on the road, come get me.
See, I've got a concern. What if another crew that's working on this job already, either one, has him paid off, or two, steals the material before it leaves the warehouse?
Yeah. I think checking on the dude is a good plan because, I mean, we can't go in right now without our face, so that'll have to be tomorrow at the very least.
I mean, we don't need to go in until the shipment leaves.
Yeah, but also, if we go burn our bridge with our driver and he's not willing to, help us, and he just doesn't show up to work, I don't think the package is going to go out. They're probably going to be like, and the vault with you until, shit cools down. Or they'll just send like an HRT team to be like, hey, you have to take this now because this is sus.
I mean, it is kind of sus.
So that's why I think we should hack the guy's stuff, make sure he's on the up and up. If he is on the up and up, maybe we find his weakness and we pinch him with it.
You mean his kids?
He has kids?
I assume that's who those little girls were.
Okay, well, I'm all for blackmail and pinching a guy on his morals. Don't really know how I feel about using his kids.
That seems just a little bit scummy, but
Yeah, I was thinking maybe he had like some gambling debt we could hold over his head, or maybe some skeletons in his closet that we could, whatever. Maybe under our search he has some, less than legal and moral searches that we find. Maybe he's into shit that, gets you beat up in prison that we can, put a pin against him or whatever.
I mean, hold on. Boxcar again looks at Janky and goes, we have a way to plant that on him.
Sure. We can make him
we-
look like a
we
real
have-
scumbag.
We could, yeah.
We can make this guy look like an absolute trash bag.
Well, but making this guy look like a trash bag and him actually being a trash bag to exploit are two different things.
Yeah, but
I'm hoping he's already a trash bag so we can use real shit to blackmail him.
God, y'all got me so morally all over the place. Where
I mean, I put a foot down about not fucking with the kids. So
no, that's fair. But I mean, like,
It's on the
we
table.
could,
It's the only thing we know really about him at this point. So we can't.
all right, again, what I'm about to say might sound weird, but like, for what I'm saying, not for what's being said. All right, kidnap the kids, and we go from there.
I'm down for kidnapping kids if we can somehow convince them that they're not being kidnapped. Like, they think they're with their nanny going to Disneyland or some shit. But in reality, the guy thinks we got, like, guns on him. You know what I mean? We're not. We don't. They're at Disneyland having a fucking blast. But the dad is like, oh my god, they're going to die.
Yeah, this is possible.
You have kids, Tiny?
I mean, no. But I have a sense of, don't want to fuck with kids. They're the future. Super sensitive. I mean, we all had some shit happen. We there's no way we all don't have trauma. We're runners. We've seen some shit. Maybe some of that shit happened when you were a kid. Maybe if you didn't see that shit as a kid, you wouldn't be a runner right now. You'd be a normal human being.
I mean, that's fair.
So maybe
That's
we don't
him.
turn these kids into future runners and keep them sane.
Okay, so don't do something that'll
So-
traumatize them for life. Just
Yeah. Question.
Great speech, Tiny.
Yeah. Saying, I don't know how to do the thing, but somebody I knew how to do the thing. What's it called? It's not like
implanting like thought in someone's mind while they're sleeping.
okay, so it's not Inception. I saw that movie and that was great.
Hans Zimmer is a genius.
Oh, fantastic musical score. No, I'm talking about making people see things that aren't there.
schizophrenia.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
Phantasm.
Like some type of illusion.
I mean, you can give
Like-
him allergic reactions. Can you give him mental, issues?
I cannot. I can just give them allergic reactions. I have a very particular, very niche set of skills.
I will find you.
I will find what you're allergic to and I will exploit it.
Can't you make them allergic to anything with that spell?
I can, in
Really?
fact.
I can and have. No, not that I can do. I've got one blasty spell, and the other ones are kind of like for analyzing, perception, knowing different languages.
Yeah, I've got one blasty spell and a bunch of please don't die knowledge.
But I can also heal, but
Does anyone have
Also, how old
corporate
are these
knowledge?
they're like what, 5?
Yeah, they were like roughly about 5 years old.
Oh, yeah. You give a nice enough looking lady and then a doctored video of their dad being like, "Hey, I got some crazy stuff going on at work. I got this babysitter to take you to Disneyland." 5-year-olds will be like, "That's my dad. You look nice. They said Disneyland."
That's somehow worse.
Yeah.
But I mean, it
What-
keeps the kids. Lets kids have fun and be out of danger. And the
I
dad
can-
is still like,
I
don't
can
know
create
what
it. If using text messaging from his phone, I might be able to convince the mother to just come pick them up.
Why didn't we start there?
And then
But then you have to make sure
And then
she's not going
he's
to
like-
call or he's not going to call.
yeah, I can do that.
Remember that time that Janky said that he can turn pretty much any electronic device into some sort of jammer?
True.
I would also think that that applies to just like this is now no longer able to receive phone calls.
True. Yeah, all you got to do is just text the mom, "Hey, shit's gone wrong. I need you to pick the kids up from school. I can't do it. My bad. Good luck." It happens. And then you just jam his phone, and we go, put a gun in his face, like, "We have your kids. You have to help us." Then he's like, "Oh, no."
And then he tries to
Yeah.
call his wife.
Jammed.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably do that morning of. Maybe not even necessarily kidnap. Go with a plan, have the mom take him somewhere, and then we send photographic evidence. Be like, hey, we've got sights on these people. You don't do what we say. Fireball.
Damn, him
True.
with a fireball even.
Can you throw a fireball?
No, it's much worse than that.
It's a
wait.
metaphorical fireball.
Oh my
I
god.
could So we could just send somebody to go take a photo of their family through a gun scope. And just be like, "Look what we have." I could just pop a hole in your family at any point. You got to help us. So we don't even have to fuck with the family.
Yeah.
We don't even have to have somebody sitting on the family. We just need the photo to make it believable.
Again, yeah.
I think I may have forgot. Why are we doing this again? Just to make sure he would actually take the delivery, so that way we don't have to worry about that. And then we, instead of intercepting, we just say we convince him to drive to us.
Yeah, just drive to this secluded location. We'll unload the truck into my truck. Your family's safe. Good luck. And then afterwards, just tell the truth. I got jacked. They had my kids. What are they gonna do? Fire you? Okay, at least you ain't dead.
That's pretty solid, actually.
Good luck,
So
man.
Yeah. Even if we just kind of apologize while doing it, like, hey, I know this sucks, but like, we need you to do this. You also don't have a choice. Like, that might make us feel a little bit better about it.
Throw them a couple of, crates of drugs. Be like, "Hey, you want one of these?"
That always helps.
I mean, a couple crates of drugs can fix a lot of problems.
"Hey, man, you're gonna lose your job, but this will hold you for a little bit."
You're
That's
gonna
effective.
you're gonna lose your job, but at least you got some drugs.
Listen,
Well, I mean, fence those, make some money.
a couple
nothing's-
crates of drugs. That's how Shadowrunners are born.
Again, I'd rather turn the dad into Shadowrunners or traumatizing the kid and potentially being some of the future. Hey, if we fuck them up enough, we can make them Halloweeners. That's the worst.
Oh no. I would rather not do that.
See, we angle the trauma in a good way.
Boxcar,
Wieners
do you
is bad.
have gang knowledge?
I figured the Wieners are somebody you've probably heard of.
Not if you're not from Seattle, you don't. They're
I
a
thought they were
Seattle-based
like a.
gang. No, they're
Are
just
they
Seattle.
super Seattle?
Yeah.
Ah, never mind. I don't know. Then redact that last
Wiener.
statement.
That's bad. I don't know what
Yeah.
Wiener you get.
We don't want kids turning into wieners. Don't want
Yeah,
that.
100%. Especially the hollow ones.
All right, and so I think that's solid, honestly. But what
There's
if
a pill
our
for that.
what if our 50-50 is wrong and it's on the other truck?
Well, we could also maybe potentially get some
Yeah.
verification through him. He might have some inside knowledge. And assuming that this is another form of security, that these two trucks, one has a real thing and one is a placebo. If I had to guess, maybe he knows if he's the placebo or the real deal.
I don't think you tell the placebo that they're a placebo, though.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that you're not supposed to do that these shitty companies end up telling you. And not only that, just like, hey, Johnson in shipping management, make sure they don't know which one's the placebo. Got it. He goes to Jim. He's like, hey, Jim, you're not the placebo, so be careful, okay? Like, idiot management happens all the time.
Fair. And logical.
+1 edge.
True.
Seems right.
I now have one edge.
Analytical mind.
Well, let me go
Well-
hack this guy's shit, and we'll make a decision.
10-4, let's go. I'll just... you don't even see me move. You just feel the truck begin to shift directions. It's all trodes in here, buds. I don't have to, I just think it.
Where are you guys headed to?
That's house.
To go find these wieners.
I mean,
So
it didn't have.
we know a certain.
Was at a food court.
I'm assuming his sin had his address in it.
I had the name of the sin and the identification, like that. It had like it was a picture of him and then ID number that it should match when it got scanned. It wasn't like his actual full sin credentials.
Well, can you run a check on this ID number, Jakey?
I can. I don't know what's going to turn up. Like, I don't have access to,
Hopefully
like.
an address.
I mean, is your SIN that public? Is it like a social security card? Like, it's not public information, or is it like public information?
I think it's like
It's active. It's active. Anyone can read it, like see it. What's like, this is your picture and this is your face. But to get like the actual nitty gritty details, typically the only people who can read it are like government places or like that would then check it with a database to be able to verify this number matches this person and this is a picture of them. I mean, it's sort of like when an officer runs your license, like you can look and see if it's.
Yeah. I don't have access to those databases. I can't just. This number means nothing to me, basically.
Anyone
Well,
with
you
like
guys said he's
a
currently eating
loan.
dinner somewhere, right? Sorry, go ahead.
No, anyone with like any sort of like government or like police or like Lone Star contact might be able to do something with it, but yeah, no, Janky would not be able to. But no, it is bright and early. I mean, you guys literally had breakfast like 20 minutes ago and drove here.
What was that guy's social media's last post?
It was 2 hours ago at a food court, and they looked like they were enjoying some breakfast.
Food court as in at a mall? Or...
You just notice there's a lot of large tables and like restaurant, like food court style restaurant facing surrounding them.
Well, if you don't have an address, we could go to that last known location, and I can throw some gnats up, start getting some facial recognition going, and then maybe some astral shit. I don't know how your magic stuff works. I don't know, but we try that, and then just keep stalking his social media. Also, we should go through social media to see if he's posted any pictures of his house, so we
could catfish him.
Yo, now we're
Hot
talking.
singles in your area.
Bow, 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 bow.
we should do.
I can't personally catfish him. That's not a thing you want me doing,
Know that you can catfish.
but someone could.
Also, nowadays, they don't think they're in danger, especially when you got a sin, you got a full-time job. Sometimes you just post pictures in front of your house. Sometimes you're like, check out my new house. And it's the fucking address. And you skim
Geolocation.
through that. Yeah, sometimes they take a photo and forget to turn off the geolocation. If, Janky, I know you've been doing a lot. Could you do more?
Yeah,
You still have your +3. I haven't turned it off.
I'm rocking it. Finished my breakfast. I'm ready to go. Can I check the geolocation of this picture? There's not an action for that.
Yeah, that'd be just a matrix search.
Matrix search. Matrix search. Phone's about to die.
Don't you do it.
Don't do it.
3. Come on, give me one more. Just 3.
3. Spin Ride Global.
So he's at home/work. Because remember, all these corporations, like, you just kind of live where you work. So he was just in the chow hall of the. Right, he's right here. We are here. So he's here.
Fuck. Come on,
Meme.
people. Ideas. Let's hear 'em.
Yeah. I've thrown out every idea I could. Okay, hey, because we're taking the Matrix angle on this, do we just circle back around to the spoof his phone to send out a message to the wife saying, I need you to take the kids because work stuff, and then we go from there?
He may never come out.
Or
So we could
Send
sit
a
here until he
message.
comes out, and I could actually do that. But I
yeah.
can't tell what device is his on the Matrix.
because there's going to be fucking a million in there.
I got it.
Let's hear
I got it.
Endless one.
I got it. I know earlier we were kind of talking some shit towards me about the fact that I don't have a sin. So, instead, I guess I gotta take the vest off. But I could rock up trying to do the whole door-to-door thing, and when they're like, well, why don't you have a sin? I'd be like, because sins are against my religion, and I'm here to spread the word.
They will tell you no.
Then I'll tell them they're religiously stifling me and that they'd have a lawsuit on their hands.
Have you ever used this tactic before? Because I
Once.
feel like you would
At
get
work.
arrested.
I feel like maybe the suburbs, that plan's solid. This is a corporation. They don't give a fuck. No
right.
soliciting is enforced with bullets, I feel.
All right, but hey, it was a plan. All right, I tried.
Liked it. I didn't like the hype you built on it, but I guess.
Oh,
Um,
wait. What's this guy's name?
Richard something.
Simmons.
It's not Richard Simmons.
Oh, shit. I'm not in Greg's phone anymore. 'Cause I restarted my device.
Yep.
We could just
Oh,
ask Greg if... I was gonna-
Company.
Do we have? Wait, no. I think it was Reno that had
We
like
could just-
raised.
Do you know this guy? Can I have his comm code, please?
I don't have to ask. I was just gonna go through his phone, find it, and send him a message and tell him to come outside. I gotta ask for favors. I just do what I
Fuck
want.
Over the Johnson? Hell yeah. That'll work out for us
You
great.
just delete the
I don't-
message. It's fine.
I
Nobody
don't think
cares.
that's. I don't think that's fucking over the Johnson. I think they kind of told us, do what you need to do, just don't get caught.
Right. Plus, it gives them plausible deniability. If one of their phones was hacked,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna turn an eye and be like, "Oh, well, you did it." That's why I'm not asking them. If I ask them, then they'd be like, well, it can't be complicit. If I just hack their fucking phone, well, they don't know.
So what? We need to find Greg.
I can hack his phone with a -2, 3.
Do we know where he is?
He was following us. He
Is he
might
still
be
following
behind
us?
us right now. I'm
Can you-
gonna pull up
Hang on.
AR and see if Greg's persona is there.
Look
Or
around.
device is there.
Does not seem to be there.
Okay, well, he didn't follow us.
Can
So-
you just ping it in the matrix and see how far away it is?
I could have before I restarted my device after I came out of Spinnerhead.
Interesting. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I lost my connection, unfortunately.
Gotcha. I mean, we could just call him and then, have Boxcar really just talk him up, bug him, annoy him with some questions. While you're doing that, you could just get back into that phone.
We could set up a meet, ask him a bunch of questions. I could also just hack any number of people walking in or out of that building.
Yeah.
See, this is perfect. It's just, dude, I'm just kind of like, oh, I guess I could just throw the gnat up there and just kind of be like, just watch, see who's coming out.
Yeah, we can do recon all day.
Here,
Yeah,
while
tomorrow.
y'all are doing that, don't move the truck, please. And Boxcar's gonna kind of find a spot on the floor and kind of lean up against the wall, like sit and lean up against the wall and astral project just to look at it again.
I'll find a clean place to park.
Okay.
Doesn't seem
I'm gonna wait until we're parked.
fair.
Say it out loud. Gotta say it out loud.
I thought we were parked, so I'm gonna wait until we are.
All right. There is a stuffer shack that is big enough, like the parking lot's big enough for you to be able to sit your full rig there.
Hell yeah. All right, I will get out the truck. I'll throw out like 2 or 3 gnats.
Mhm.
Just have them kind of fly around meticulously, and while I do that, I'll kind of go in the stuffer shack to buy a drink.
Boxcar, did you mention which stuffer shack Cool Brian works in? Like, is he the one in the underground?
Nah, he's topside. He's like closer to downtown.
So he's actually at the stuffer shack. You recognize the stuffer shack.
Oh shit! Sick. Okay, cool. Then I'll go in before I astral project then to go
Okay.
see Cool Brian.
Okay. You walk inside, you do see Cool Brian sort of just with one earbud in, just like
Yeah.
half-ass, just sitting behind the register, just ringing stuff up for people.
Yes. So snack run initiated. I'm gonna take a couple things up to Cool Brian. Just
Hey, what up, Boxcar?
dude, Cool Brian. Yes, I'm glad you're here today. So that big ass truck outside,
Mm-hmm. I saw it.
Yeah.
Massive.
it's huge. It's wild. I don't know how I got like tied up in this, but we're kind of doing a thing. We're just gonna hang out in the parking lot for a little bit. Is that cool?
Boxcar, you do that like every other Friday. Is this not a
Yeah,
normal
but
thing?
it's not like, dude, Big Tooth's not here, and we have a big ass truck.
Wait, like we have a big ass truck?
No. Like me and the dudes
Oh.
I'm with, we have a big ass truck. Like I'd love to clue you in on it, but like I can't clue you in on it, dude.
I'm towering behind you, by the way, when I'm going to buy a snack.
I'm gonna step aside to give you like counter space to do the transaction.
Now it's this awkward thing where like there people are like side by side. One's actually trying to just like get done and be out, and the other one's like actively just awkwardly talking.
Yeah.
I guess that's cool. I guess.
Sick, awesome. Oh, by the way, Cool Brian. This is Tiny. This is Cool Brian. He's my guy that I was talking about with the Stuffer Shack. Real cool dude.
Thanks.
Name's
Cool.
Brian.
Is there a not cool Brian?
We don't talk about not cool Brian. That guy sucks.
Okay. Is there a neutral Brian?
No.
Okay. Hello, other Brian. Do you sell smoothies?
Yeah.
His name's Cool Brian, bro.
What?
His name is Cool Brian, dude.
Cool
Like-
Brian.
Hey.
Smoothies.
Yeah.
So do you sell them?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't, but the company does. I don't own this store. I just work it.
Gotcha.
Dude.
One strawberry banana smoothie. Could you put some protein in there?
What's that?
I have my own. It's fine. It's just you just see him like reach into like one of his cargo pockets, pull out like a little like jar, and just mix that in when you're doing it. It's not drugs. It's
totally drugs.
It's not drug. Here,
Nice.
It's just mix it in, please.
Oh. Okay. I can mix something else in if you want a little extra.
Nope. No.
Oh.
Found out where Boxcar gets his drugs from.
Hey, you guys want to snort this all day long? That's fine. You'll be getting gains, not high.
Snorting. Oh, that's icy. Wow.
Dude, I'm gonna get high on so many muscles.
It's like getting chocolate wasted.
That too. Yeah.
It's just I just want the smoothie.
Oh, hey, go get the machine, and then you can go and bring me your cred stick, and then I could charge you.
There you go.
Sweet. It's just 2 new yen.
Cool. And then at this time, I'm literally just having the gnats just swarm around, trying to gain information.
Go ahead and roll perception for the gnats.
That would be clear sight plus. Don't
Sensor.
remember. Thank you. Clear sight is 6. The gnats is, I believe, sensor is only 2.
I think so.
Sensor is only 1.
Nice. While the drone sensors are looking, is there anyone else that wants to do anything while those two are inside talking to Cool Brian?
He's a really cool dude.
Hey, Janky,
What's up?
do you want to see what a spirit looks like?
Is it going to... First question. Did you name any appendage on your body a spirit?
No.
Okay, I've been fooled by that before. Second, is it going to kill me or hurt me?
No, it's chill. It's just sitting up there.
Yes, I'd love to see it and not be stalked by it.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's just following me around. Then I will go ahead and cast Astral Window and roll some dice.
Yeah, roll those dice.
It's almost like, hey, Janky, do you want to know the exact date and time of your death?
Yeah.
Or I also felt like it was the equivalent of like, you want to see a dead body?
Hey, Janky, do you want to get to know your spirit?
What?
All right.
Force him to astral project.
4 successes on the clear side.
Okay.
Nice. 4 hits on the astral window and then resisted the drain just fine. So I assume we're in the cab of the truck, and all of a sudden, like, an area of it just gets grayed out as you now see into what the astral looks like, and see just in like a bluish green aura just kind of hovering about.
That's what spirit?
Specifically a guidance spirit. They can kind of see into the future, kind of tell you, like, they can divine things. So, like, if you want to have a vision, he can tell you what's going on. He also has, like, an older uncle, I believe, who's a great guardian spirit. Or,
They
sorry,
have
not
family
guardian.
trees?
Yes and no. It's weird. They don't like to talk too much about it. They're from a different meta plane completely. But that guidance spirit can stop time even. So briefly. So like if if they're around, we need to like have a sidebar or something. You'd be like, hey, could you just stop time briefly? And I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? And then I'll make it happen.
Is that so? Who does the magic? Is it you or them?
It's them. I just tell them to do it, and they do it. So it's like I'm the one in control, and they're my puppets. But I don't want them to see me as that way. So I just,
Yeah, you don't want to be a dick.
Yeah, I'm chill to them. Yeah, they've got this whole like they talk, they communicate to each other. So if I'm a dick to one of them, then they're all gonna hate me. So why do that?
Is this a two-way window?
I don't know. Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I can also bring him into our realm if you want, but I just figured you don't really get to see this, and I thought maybe it'd help you kind of understand it.
Oh, so normally he can't see me.
No, so what you see of him, that little aura type deal, that's what he sees of you. Everyone has their everyone has their own icons or whatever in the Matrix.
Personas, yeah.
Yeah, everyone
same thing.
on the astral has their own, type.
But now I can go into somebody's persona and then I can like shock them. I can hurt them in the real world. Can he do that to me?
I mean, he'd have to come to the real world, but
so I can't be hurt by a spirit unless I can see it?
Unless they can see, yeah, unless they're in the physical world, they can't touch you. I think they can mess with your mind. Not sure about that.
I was briefly confident, and I appreciate that. But now I'm back to being terrified.
As you should.
But it's good to face your fears sometimes. So, thank you.
You're welcome. And then I'll close the window.
Okay.
If you ever want to check out something in the astral, just let me know.
Sounds good. It seems interesting.
It is.
You said like guidance spirit. I just imagine like Casper with glasses and papers. Like, so have you thought about any colleges?
Yeah, I need a lawyer spirit. I have to get my will in order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
Have
about
a notary spirit real quick?
Yeah. Or an accountant spirit at all?
That'd be a task spirit. I don't have one now, but I can get one.
I'm looking for a CPA spirit. The IRS is kind of on my ass.
You're sinless. You don't pay taxes.
Dang.
It's a gang out of Denver, the IRS.
Yeah, the IRS, and the CPA is the certified public ass kicking spirit.
Yeah.
Roughly about this time is when you guys all reconvene after the very interesting conversation with Cool Brian.
I walk back in with a smoothie. I look at you guys and like, oh shit, I should have asked. Did you guys want smoothies?
It's okay.
You guys missed out on meeting Cool Brian. He's a real cool guy.
Supposedly better than not Cool Brian.
We don't fucking... come on, man.
What is he, Voldemort? What the fuck?
No, he's just a shitbag, and we don't like to talk about that guy because he sucks.
Oh,
That's
he's
what
Voldemort.
Voldemort was.
Touche. But like... All right, yeah, fine, he is. Okay.
All right, cool. Now we know.
If you address him like he exists, then suddenly he acts like he exists and wants to hang out and shit, but that guy sucks.
What bad is he? And I'm just like gonna double down, like as you're talking, just like really kind of focus on what my friends are seeing.
Overall, they're just looking in general. They're not picking up any sort of thing. Obviously, I'm assuming they're trying to keep out an eye for Chuck.
Keep an eye for Chuck, and then also just any civilians coming in and out of the front gate, so I can be like, and that one, hack that one.
Okay.
Just that way we know who's coming in and out, so we can potentially hack and get the comp code of driver.
Okay.
Or Steve. I guess if we find Steve, that would be cool too. But they're probably not going to let him out.
I'm also going to punch out into some astral projection
Okay.
now that we're not moving.
Okay. What do you want to do with the astral projection?
I'm going to go scope out Spinrad HQ. I know there was a bunch of spirits and stuff like that. I just wanted to get a little bit more information on what that looks like on this, like
Go ahead and roll a perception check as soon as you get out of your body.
All right, I got 5 hits on that one.
5 hits. You see 5 groups of 3 spirits that are sort of just floating in packs around.
Okay.
And that's
Awesome.
all you really see.
All right.
Were you wanting to go like inside a Spinrad and look, or were you just looking around?
As I'm getting closer, does it look like those spirits are getting any more pissed off or anything like that?
Nope.
All right, yeah, then I'll go check out inside Spinrad.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll that again for inside?
No, I'm checking on something real quick.
Hey, watch out for mana barriers while you're out there.
Figured with a 5 hits, I would have found a mana barrier.
Well, I mean, you can only see what's... Like, you can't see through walls.
You can go through walls.
Right. So you saw the exterior of the building
Oh,
and
true,
the
true.
5 spirits above, and then you walked through the walls.
Fair.
Bless.
Thank you. Page 161. Real quick, guys, just wrapping this up here. I did see that it is just a little late, so I do apologize. You need to roll.
Hey, for more information on mana barriers, see page 161.
Yeah.
Good lord, I'm
magic,
dead.
magic plus charisma.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's get through it. Is there just something for running into it? I thought.
I mean, that's like getting through it.
I mean, I've run into it a couple of times. Just not on this character.
It is a problem we used to have.
Yep. And that is another 5 hits.
Okay. And that is versus magic times 2.
Oh, good lord. Whoever set this mana barrier up is a corporate mana barrier guy.
Probably Trevor.
Probably Trevor.
Probably Trevor. He's probably got magic that's better than mine.
What was your hits? 5?
I had 5 hits.
You are thrusted back to your body
All right.
and unconscious with a full stun track.
10-4. All right.
Nothing's changed. For
Nothing's
us.
changed on the exterior. Everything looks exactly the same because they were unconscious when they left, so they returned and they are still unconscious.
Well, all right. There we go. Good night, everybody.
Does the other magic people have some sort of inclination that something went very wrong?
Wait, I can spend edge to heal stun damage, right?
Mm.
You can't spend edge unconscious.
Fair.
Uh,
I was gonna.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna check on them at some point if they don't wake up and like 5 minutes. Like, all right, what's going on?
In like 2 hours when you remember that I'm there.
This again?
Hey, man.
It was
All
another
right.
dragon.
as you guys wrap up, our first mana barrier run-in. It's good to see that some things just never change. But to wrap it up, you guys do get a phone call from Reno, and that is where we will end tonight's session with a phone call being had. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out and just sort of being around, watching the game. Something exciting. Hold on one second. Where is this? Where is this thing? It is right here. I need a delay of 4 seconds with a hold on, sorry, I'm doing the thing. Cool. Then we'll do this. Make sure you, while I'm setting this up, guys, make sure you guys go check out all our content creators here. We got Janky over at Stonefeld Analyzes. Plays a lot of League and Apex Legends. Dude is an absolute monster of a gamer. Tiny is on a small sabbatical of fixing their house. But also as a shout out, if you guys haven't already, go check out the YouTube of youtube.com/jbrews11. JJ is our editor over there, and he puts in some fantastic stuff. Going from editing We Run the Night over to some of our other content like Tarkov and stuff like that. So make sure to check that out. Next up, we have Boxcar, which most of you guys know as Ian Flux. They play all sorts of things. A lot now is a lot of Tarkov and TFT to get ready for a big tournament that they're doing. I think it's next week. So make sure to check them out over at twitch.tv/IanFlux. And then make sure to check out our podcasts, which can be found anywhere you guys listen to podcasts. So make sure to check that out. That's going to be either We Run the Night or it's going to be underneath J-Brews. So make sure to check that because it's going to be super cool. Something exciting. We have our first piece of We Run the Night merch. It is just going to be a logo on a t-shirt for right now. But listed on screen. Boom. Look at the merch. It is beautiful. Make sure to check it out. We also have We Run the Stars merch, which is going to be each character for a t-shirt or mug. We also have mouse pads, phone cases, blankets, all sorts of stuff. So make sure to check that out. Make sure to check out the community Discord we have there for the J-Brews community. And then also, if you guys love Shadowrun, make sure you guys check out RunnerNet, which is a 6th edition living server that exists in the same world that we're playing in. So it takes place over text for RPing inside of the last match. But we do sort of runs and stuff like that, all done over voice and Roll20. So make sure to check that out. A small spoiler, we're going to be added to the official Shadowrun subreddit as a link on the side there. So really big plans coming up for that. Again, I want to thank Catalyst Game Labs for their continued support. Make sure to check them out already if you haven't. We've used a lot of stuff from Power Plays, especially right now. We've been using a lot of stuff from Hack and Slash, the new decking book that just came out at Gen Con. It's not even out yet, but they did an early release at Gen Con, as well as Double Clutch for Tiny. We used a lot of stuff for there, as well as Street Weird for our mages. So make sure to check that out. A lot of really cool stuff coming out with 6th edition. Got a bad rap at the beginning, but I think it's making a very good comeback around. So yeah, make sure to check that out. Thank you guys so much.
You're not my real dad.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.